first and testing. I'm just suggesting you and I might not be the best thing. It's a pumpkin chocolate chip cookie recipe because it is fall, bitches. On this week's episode of Burnt Out Perfectionist, forget the gold stars. I want a snack.
Eve, we forgot to do the intro again.
What is freaking up? My name is Eve.
My name is Sara.
And we are Burnt Out Perfectionists. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
She is throwing me off today. On this week's episode of Burnt Out Perfectionist, forget gold stars. The real motivator, snacks.
Always snacks.
Always snacks.
A little treaty treat.
So we'll be deep diving into our favorite snacks, our reward snacks, what we do. But before we get into that, Sara, it's been a month. What is your survive and thrive?
There was
zero enthusiasm.
The final Wicked trailer came out.
Thank you.
And then, I don't know. I feel like I've been getting by in life fine. I got nothing to complain about.
You could do double thrives. We're not limiting.
Double thrive. I get to be at Eve's house for a week, and I have to think about 75% less things than what I usually do. So, Eve, what is your survive and thrive?
My survive is, I feel like I haven't been getting enough sleep, but I have.
Oh, I know exactly how that feels.
Like, I just feel,
I call that my body preparing for the time change, even though it's like in December.
Is it 2 months? Yeah, I feel just kind of, I know that's very descriptive. But my thrive is, I will say, Sara and I had a very productive business meeting about a week ago. Feeling productive.
Also, those collages on the Pinterest boards, those are fun.
I feel like, though, I need to make them on my, computer, because I was making them on my phone, and I kept on, sometimes my finger glitches.
Oh.
And I accidentally, threw a girl in a shirt, across the lane, and I was like, no.
Are you oversized something? It's fun. It's a fun feature. I feel like it maybe needs some, tweaks. Also, I made one of those when they came out. They're like, is everyone making a vision board for 2025? And remember, I was like, they have this cool vision board thing. And I made one, and I was so excited for it, and then I could never find it again.
I know, because sometimes I feel, ridiculous downloading all those Pinterest pins and then going into Canva and making a collage.
Yeah.
Because then I forget to delete the photos off my computer, and then the update comes out, and I'm like, it's like, you need 85 gigabytes, and I'm like, why do I have so many pictures of fall? But on that note, what do you count as, what's your reward snack in general? What's yours? I don't know. I'm asking the audience. Nobody answered.
You were asking the audience. I was like, are you asking me?
Why do ADHD brains crave instant rewards and have snacks become our ultimate productivity hack? What's your reward snack? Because ours may or may not match. You know what mine is.
I was like, should I answer what mine is first?
Go for it.
Oh, okay. My current one is the Jolly Rancher licorice.
Oh.
It is so good. Specifically, the blue raspberry and cherry package. I purchased the green apple and watermelon one, and it was terrible. I just like the blue raspberry and cherry.
It's waxy.
Oh, to me, it's not waxy at all. It's almost like a live wire, which if anybody hasn't had that before, that's like licorice with icing in the middle. And they're kind of sour. My mouth is watering. And I also ate some kettle corn, which popcorn is always the hyperfixation snack for me. It's a treat. It's a source of fiber. It's the thing that makes me pay attention during the movie trailers.
Ugh, movie popcorn. Oh, I feel for it right now.
You can get a bag for $25, like a garbage bag.
Don't tempt me.
I think that's how much it is on Uber Eats.
You know what I really want right now? 7-Eleven fried chicken.
Did you hear my husband on our way to Jen? I want some chicken from 7-Eleven. There's one that makes really, really good chicken. And we used to call them Mojo fries, but they're just the
potato wedges.
They're potato wedges. And they're fucking so good. And their dip is so good. And the people are so awesome who work there. You order a certain amount, but they always give you 10 times more. Especially if you come in with a kid.
Oh no, they're just delightful people.
And they're just like superior chicken strips.
They're not close to us, unfortunately.
No. Actually, not unfortunately. My ass thinks them for me for the
But it is and to whoever's 7-Eleven chicken, don't knock it till you try it, hon.
No, I would just like to state, America, you really need to experience other 7-Elevens outside of your country. It's not all of them are as interesting as yours seem to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really want to go to the ones that are in Japan and Korea, but I also want to go to Family Mart and all those other ones. I think they look cool.
I feel like if I were to go there, I need to learn Japanese because I am allergic to the main dessert.
Oh, yeah, you're allergic to a mango.
A mango, so. Granted, I could just not trust anything that has orange in it.
Oh.
It looks orange.
It looks orange, which I wouldn't be eating either. And then I wouldn't be touching any of everybody's current hyperfixation flavor of banana.
Chicken. Banana. Chicken. But on the side note of snacks, now I'm kind of getting peckish.
Yeah.
I could go.
Do we want to just restart this later on so you can get some food?
No, I was just thinking of different foods and then I was like, no, I don't need them right now. I'm okay. I had bacon.
I believe we were leading into the psychology of snacks.
Well, the other thing is when you're doing something, say you're cleaning something, I always seem to clean and forget what time it is, and then I come upstairs and it'll be 3:30. And granted, I haven't had lunch, but I feel like having a full meal at 3:30, then I have dinner at 5:36. But then I'm so full from the lunch that I had that I don't want dinner. But then if I don't get dinner, then it's 9 p.m. and I'm like, I want the world.
So this loops me into why integrating snacks is really solid, especially for folks who have ADHD, because we have the hyperfocus, which we cannot control. And something that will happen is when we're highly focused, we'll forget everything else in the world exists sometimes. And then we'll do things like Eve said, where she'll eat something later in the afternoon. So I was watching a couple different people who either claim are certified ADHD experts. And they were what you should do is halfway through the task or before you start the task, you should give yourself a little snack or reward instead of constantly thinking that you need to finish the thing before you eat. And I was I feel called out right now.
But the thing is that the idea of the reward snack is that you're completing the task in order to do it a mundane task. I'm going to clean makeup brushes and then I'm going to have a gummy bear.
I know, but they said if you reward it to begin, you're right on that dopamine. And you should be, a classic thing is 1 to 100% is the, you either get the thing done or you don't get the thing done. It's for very black and white in thinking versus you should actually be celebrating how much you've made it through the task to continue to motivate yourself to finish the task. Because when you're so excited at the beginning, guess what, 50% of the way through, and then you're either making brand new outfits, say when you're cleaning out your closet, or you're sitting there, everything's all over the place, and you're what have I done?
I wouldn't agree though with having my reward snack at the beginning. Because I feel it's midway and that gets you through is being midway and either having the snack midway or being at the very end, I did it, I'm gonna have a treat.
I know, but some folks will actually use full meals as their if I go and do all my laundry and fold it and put it away, then I'll eat food, which results in poor eating habits.
Okay, I'd also like to state the concept of doing laundry. To anybody who is I'm doing laundry, you are not going to the river with a rock and scrubbing it. You stick it in a washing machine and it takes 20 minutes to wash it. So don't be I'm doing laundry all day. You are not. The washing machine is doing it for you. Granted, I know you have to swap it over, but once you put the thing on and you hit go, you are not doing laundry. The machine is doing it. Are you staring at the washing machine doing it for 20 minutes? No. And if you are, get a hobby.
I always think of Belle in the beginning sequence of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, if you're doing it that way, or you're doing the soak or whatever that people do, that's or you're organizing your laundry to prepare for loads. That's doing laundry. But when people are like, oh, I've been doing laundry all day. The only time I could say that is like, I can't wash dishes and do laundry at the same time because the house that we live in is old. And you physically can't do that. Like, it's not like I can put laundry on and then go have a shower.
Yeah.
And that doesn't function in this household. Well, you have 20 minutes.
Oh, mine takes an hour. 20 minutes is the quick cycle. Well, 25 minutes is the quick cycle. And an hour and 13 minutes is the normal cycle for my washing machine.
An hour and 13 minutes?
Yeah. It depends on how much you put in, but I stuff that fucking thing. Not like stuff it like a turkey because then shit doesn't get clean. But yeah.
I think mine takes maybe 17 minutes.
No, the normal is like
17 to 30.
It's like if I really want to, specifically like usually like kids' clothes, because you gotta like do a little extra washy wash because they get into covered in everything. I also get covered in everything like but my hoodies. You can do a quick wash, but I started getting this lecture from my LG washing machine that you're not supposed to only do quick washes. And it shamed me into realizing that if you run it on the normal cycle, it does actually clean them more. Because it double cleanses them and takes out a lot more of the water.
You had to have the washing machine.
It sent me a message on my phone. Well, I didn't even know that the quick wash, like, I was one of those people who just always set it to normal and let it go. And then my friend Jen told me one time it was the same washer and dry as me. I'm like, how the fuck are you getting like 4 times as much done as when I'm doing it? It's like you're doing more loads or it takes less time. She's like, oh, I only use quick wash. And then it started and then became addiction to quick wash.
Really? So I only do quick wash if I have like a couple pairs of like work pants.
That's what my washing machine advised me of on my phone.
Yeah.
It's only supposed to be for like...
You would do full loads with quick wash?
What?
Like you would fill up the washing machine and go quick wash?
Yes.
There is nothing quick about that.
My whole thing was it was just like fast forwarding time.
It's just like when people are like, oh,
if I put it on 25 minutes. The concept is right was there. I was like, fuck yeah, I can get 4 loads, which I'm tall, so I hang a bunch of my stuff. And I was like, perfect, I can get 4 loads done when I usually only get 1 done. And if I put my dryer on quick dry, it only takes 25 minutes. If I need to dry anything.
Maureen, I was like, why are you quick wash? This is like when people realize that like the bulky sheets wasn't just for like big loads. I was like, yeah.
What?
People would be bulky sheets and they would literally like stuff it full of jeans.
Oh, no, I don't do that. I only do bedding together because there is nothing more irritating than finding half your fucking clothes. Or my personal favorite is, I don't do this, somebody else in my household does it, and everything goes inside the dryer, and then you unhinge the fucking elastic fitted bed sheet, and you find half your clothes in there. Or if it gets put away and there's so much static cling, and I'm like, Jesus, that's where all my new underwear went. It was stuck to the inside of the sheet.
It's the worst is when it's damp. Like the sheet is dry, but the clothes inside are damp.
Oh, yeah. That happens to me all the time. I saw a girl who took an elastic band and basically like took the whole fitted sheet and put it together. So that way nothing went inside of it. But the funny thing is, I was like, well, I don't want to dry it with the hair elastic on. And she didn't show her taking it off, but when she took it out of the dryer, and then I just did the same shit in the dryer instead of the washing machine. You know, the washing machine, just everything becomes a laundry burrito.
Yeah. Especially if you have an agitator.
Yeah.
I feel like definitely though there is a hierarchy of snacks.
Yeah, there's like a treat snack. There's like a protein snack where I'm like, I need to eat or drink something so I am not like ravenous.
But I feel like a reward snack isn't something of like a need. It's like it's a motivational factor.
No, I feel like pepperoni is always a need.
Yeah, but that's
a
not,
reward.
But I'm not
at the same time. It's delicious.
But I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna have a snack. I'm gonna have a reward snack. I'll eat pepperoni sticks, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna eat broccoli.
Sometimes I'm like, I'll eat something healthy, but the treat instead is like a fun drink.
I feel like it depends on the task. So like if I per se was painting a room, my sweet treat would be maybe a Starbucks drink of like, oh, my mind immediately went Sloopy. Yeah,
because I used to always pay my room in the summertime.
Yeah. But like if that would be like it'd be something outside of the house.
Yeah.
If I was doing a bunch of laundry and I folded everything, maybe it'd be like I'm gonna be honest, my reward snack is marshmallows. My stress snack is marshmallows. If I like you know that lady that every year she opens like the Marshmallow XO advent calendar? I would 100% do it, but 3 out of the 12 days they usually do lavender, peppermint, and mango.
There's a marshmallow advent calendar.
Yeah, and I didn't tell you because
We're allergic to half the ingredients in it.
you're not. I am.
Oh, they don't make orange ones?
No.
Ew, lavender is not good.
I
don't
I
like
think you can have
peppermint.
peppermint, but you can have it though.
You know, they came out with President's Choice came out with maple marshmallows one time. So I didn't eat them. I waited for I did eat them. I mean, I didn't buy them when they first came out. Also, they were square. I found that very weird. Like puffy squares. But then I bought them when they were on sale for like 49 cents because nobody was buying them.
Mm-hmm.
I know why they were not good.
They
They were weird.
If I could the hierarchy for me is a fresh bag of marshmallows.
Oh yeah.
Like I will sit there and I will just gnaw on them. If I'm stressed, marshmallows, specifically tiny marshmallows.
Oh, see, I like those giant obnoxious ones.
Those are my reward snack. The tiny marshmallows are when I'm stressed and I put them in between my teeth and I rub them back and forth.
So I have a question. Do you like a Jet Puff marshmallow or do you like a different brand?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, I have what may be a controversial opinion, and only Canadians could attest to the brand that I like better.
Oh my god, are you a no-named?
100%. I love the no-name marshmallows. They're my favorite. Yellow bag fucking ghetto-ass marshmallows. To me, if they don't, I don't know what has happened to Jeff Puff marshmallows, in Canada at least. They have this weird fucking aftertaste now, and I do not like it. And I can really taste the vanilla in the no-name ones.
If I'm having a s'more, I like the ones that are like
medium marshmallows.
No, they're flat.
What?
Like you can stack them really well.
That's weird.
No, they're great.
That's the whole part of the challenge. Is you want to balance everything and then cook it.
I really eat any marshmallows. If someone actually, I've never had
Did you just glitch?
Did you just fart?
No, I did not fart. Did you fart and fart?
No.
Oh, is it my breath?
I've never had marshmallow fluff.
Oh, okay. So marshmallow fluff used to be so good. There's another thing. It's got that weird aftertaste.
But I've never had it.
It's made by Jet Puff.
Oh, I thought it was just called fluff.
It is called fluff. And then a very tiny thing on the side that says Jet Puff marshmallow.
Oh, but there's something about marshmallows that I'm going to say turns me on. I just love them. So,
the noise for me. I don't know what it is.
I don't.
I'm like, do you have pica?
I love them roasted. I love them plain. I love them. Literally, I just love marshmallows.
You know, this reminds me of, it was like the first or second day of school. My kid comes home and I was like, oh, are you having fun? Like at the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. She's like, yeah, guess what, Mom? I'm like, what? She goes, I got all my work done. And then it was like a chore or something in class. And I got to answer this one question and she gave me marshmallows. And I was like, oh, nice. She goes, I think just the tiny ones. They were like between the tiny and the medium ones and they were delicious, Mom. And I was like, oh, you are my child. That is like, if I'm making dinner and I'm like trying to motivate myself through making dinner, I'm eating marshmallows out of the baking cupboard.
But then I also feel like, I don't know, like if I've had a bad day at work, there is these 7-layer squares that are at Freshco.
Oh, what the fuck are they called?
Oh my god. So I'm going to set the baseline. I am also an I'm a bar fan. They start off, they have a graham crackery crust. And then they have a filling that I don't really know what the filling is. And then they're topped with butterscotch chips, chocolate chips, and coconut. They are delectable. They come in a 4-pack. I want to call it 7-layer breast.
Oh, I know them as magic squares.
Oh, yeah.
They're also called magic cookie bars, magic squares, 7-layer cookies, coconut dream bars, chewy delights.
All of
and
the
miracle bars.
They are what Costco used to have them, and they were so good. And then Costco replaced them with these heinous trays that are like walnut brownies that are not walnut brownies. These like jam things, which I have a weird thing about when you store. It's like when you put blueberry bagels in the cabinet. It makes everything taste like blueberry.
Every single time I buy like bagels at Superstore, and I'll have like the savory ones. What
do you call them?
bagels?
Bagels.
So, I take the savory ones, and I always like full on put the blueberry ones in like a separate bag. But you get a deal if they're I think they're 6 for like $4.20 or something like that. Welcome to BC. And then I put the bags together, and I wrote it, and there's this one lady, and I go through, and every single time she kind of looks, she didn't say anything. One time she goes, "Why do you do that?" I'm like, "Oh my God, am I the only person who can taste the difference when you have like the cinnamon raisin bread or the fucking blueberry shit in the same area as something else and everything tastes like it?" And she goes, "Is that how you prevent it?" I'm like, "Yes." She goes, "Oh, I assume that somebody had an allergy in your family or something." And I was like, I wouldn't be buying them if somebody had an allergy. Be like, "These are my damn blueberry bagels. Don't touch my bagels."
But I just, to me, a reward snack is not something like, oh, I'm gonna have eggs. Like, maybe like a reward breakfast for me is like if I make like a fancy breakfast, like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to bed early, and my reward is like making a nice breakfast for myself.
Like waffles?
No, Hungry Jack's pancake mix.
God, you my kid.
So oddly
My
specific.
kid just literally rates everything.
I live.
Good, but just not Hungry Jack good, Mom.
I bought them when you guys were over because I was like, you know what? Like, your kid likes pancake mix. I understand pancake mix isn't that hard to make. And I was like, oh, this pancake mix is really good. Anytime you bring up breakfast, her child's like, do you have Hungry Jack's pancake mix? And you can only get it at the Dollar Tree.
But the funny thing is last night, there's not one, there's not two, but there's like 4 different kinds of pancake mix in Eve's pantry because she amalgamated things. There was a little bit of pantry chaos, which everybody has, and then she organized it and found all of them and put them all together. And I literally picked the Hungry Jack one, mixed it all together, didn't even say anything to my kid. She's on my husband's away right now, so she's on FaceTime with her dad, and she's sitting there. "Oh, are you making me pancakes?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Thanks, Mom." Doesn't even ask about the brand. Sits down talking to her dad. "Oh, Dad, these pancakes are so good." And he's like, "Oh, yeah. Oh, what flavor are they?" She goes, "They're Hungry Jack. I just know they are." And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
They're the Hungry Jack buttermilk. And I swear to God ends, they are the best pancake mix.
So this is one of those multi-level pancake mixes. Okay, I know this is really funny, but this is like my kid finds this as like a reward treat, so we'll add it in as she loves pancakes. So you've got like the Kodiak ones, you have Hungry Jack, and a lot of the other ones, and they'll state like you can make it with water, like the complete ones.
Mm-hmm.
Make it with water, make it with milk and eggs. Literally, Eve was out of milk. She was out of eggs. And I made these with water, which we call ghetto mix. I call them ghetto cakes because it's one of those last minute things that you could like feed a whole family so everyone's satiated before payday. And I made them with water. And my kid was like, "These are the best fucking pancakes I've ever had in my life." I'm like, "Oh, thank God you do not have prestigious taste."
Hey.
No, because it's easier. Because before I'm like, okay, like the Kodiak ones, they say like there's this many grams of protein and all the other stuff, and you want to make it all healthy. And if you add milk and eggs, and it's great, that obviously makes them heavier because of the amount of ingredients. But literally, I made them with water, and my kid was like, "Mom, these are amazing." And I was like, "Wow, okay."
It is so good. And to me, like, that's not, like, a reward snack is not something that, like, you can easily attain. Usually it's something that, like, is a little bit extra. So, like, if I was like, we do meal prep for like the month.
Yeah.
After all the meal prep, sometimes I'm like, I buy the Costco boxes of cookies, like the frozen ones. I put a couple cookies in. That is my reward. It is a fancy cookie. It is not a Chips Ahoy. Although Chips Ahoy, hi, I love you.
Oh my God, we love Chips Ahoy in my house, and Oreos. Oreos are my favorite.
Rainbow chip. Ugh. But those things are like in our house, in like even growing up, we didn't have pop.
We didn't have a lot of like sweet treats. We didn't have a lot of that. That was just, there was 6 of us.
We didn't even have fucking, like, I didn't really even start eating chips till I became, like, an adult.
I don't think I had chips until I was a teenager.
We had, like, chips at parties. Like, that was, like, a part, like, if you had a birthday party or something like that.
Like, your brother had snacks, but that was different.
It was different because he has autism. And there's, like, when you find any food that an autistic kid eats, even if it had mild nutrition, you fucking buy it until they're sick of it because you're like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, like, we never really had it. It was a lot of, like, at most it would be, like, frozen corn dogs.
Oh, yeah. Or, like, those, like, frozen chicken patties, not the gray ones. If you know what I mean, like, the ones that are made with the dark meat. It would be, like, that or, God, what was something else? Oh, noodles.
No, President's Choice white cheddar mac and cheese.
We call that Papa's mac and cheese at my house.
Oh, I just call it mac and cheese. And then when Sarah pulls out KD, I go, excuse me.
Oh, I don't even buy Kraft Dinner. It's her mom who buys it, but she swears that the creamy one is the recipe from the 90s. Oh, I know what our mom's is. Our mom's dopamine hit snack.
Snyder's cheddar pretzels.
No, I'm
Haagen-Dazs.
gonna go with a classic.
Oh, Yakins.
No, it's very simple, very easy, very accessible,
Poke rinds?
portable.
Why am I naming every other snack that our mom has?
Our mom loves a handful of chocolate chips.
Oh, not anymore because they're too expensive.
Oh, yeah, I know. But before, like, that was always our thing. So I always laugh when I'm going into my baking cupboard to get marshmallows because I just envision our mom being like, I'm like, oh, Mom, are you making something? Nope, Mommy just meets them. Chocolate chips. This edition,
Oh,
Mom.
the chips. The Chipettes? The Hershey's ones that you would get from Costco. They're not like $30 a bag.
You know what I think is really funny is that Kirkland brand ones are just as expensive or more expensive.
I know. Like, I went to go buy like the small ones because I was making some sort of cookies. I can't remember what cookies those. Oh, I was making hot chocolate cookies.
Oh,
Which those I made and your child.
I made them in mine weren't as. And I've never seen my family just like pretend to like something as much as they like Eve's.
But I think too because like we grew up in a very like baking household.
Yeah, like our mom always like made something. Usually it was like on the weekend or even like midweek if we fucking scarfed all of it.
Like it would be like she'd make scones, we'd make muffins.
Yeah.
But besides snacks, there's obviously other things that you can do as a reward. Like for instance, I saw a lady last night. I don't know why my whole TikTok was pregnancy. I am not pregnant. I am not with child.
Mine was too.
Oh.
I am definitely not pregnant.
I was like, both of us not with child.
No.
But this girl was like, if I'm not pregnant, if this pregnancy test isn't positive, I'm buying my whole Free People cart.
That would be so expensive.
I don't know how long she's been trying to get pregnant, but I like saw it and I was like, oh my God, that's so funny. And then I was like, man, those like little rewards of being like, oh, well, I did this. Like I am one when I bake cakes on the side or I bake cupcakes. And I help with weddings. So like sometimes I'll get stuff and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy myself a little treat. Cause a little item is like I did it. Or like if I work a lot of stats, I'm like, oh, healthcare workers know when you work all the stats and you're like,
fuck, you guys should just get everything for free.
I'm like, I just want a fun like hoodie. Or I want a matching set. I'm currently wearing my matching set that I purchased when I worked as dad.
Even if you have like a rough day or like one of those slow days, like over the holidays, especially like Christmas and it's slower, but like the people are still like standable or like it's sad because like some of their family members are not visiting them, like where you work. You'll be like, you know what? I'm going to go get myself a brownie and a coffee from the cafe in the bottom of the hospital.
Oh, yeah, go during my lunch hour. I'm like, oh, you know what? That'd be great. I love a little sweet treat midday. Sometimes I'll get like I'll get a drink for myself in the morning. And you know what? To the people that are like, that's why you can't afford a house. If Susan, if I want to purchase a $5 coffee to get me through the day and it brings me joy, such as the caramel brulee latte, I will. And it brings me joy. So many people, I've been trying to find more British autumn vloggers. I know that's very specific, but like I love Zoella and she doesn't vlog that much. Obviously she has children. And they're like, oh, I buy a new candle. I can't with candles. I don't trust them. I don't like them. They smell weird. I've never found a candle that I've been like, I can consistently burn this in my home and it doesn't give me a headache.
I have ones where it's like, because Eve bought my husband one of those like heated candle warmer things.
Because he kept on leaving them.
Forgetting about the candles. It scared me. But we'll find them, and like if I get the soy wax ones, because I have really bad asthma. So if we get the soy wax ones, they don't like really irritate me. But then it'll get to a point where I'm like, I don't like the smell of this candle anymore. Can you stop like heating it up? And my husband's like all about like once everything's clean, he's like sitting there reading a book and he puts on like classical music and then put the candle on. I love him.
If you envision that like old man in the library with a velvet robe and
oh, my husband would thrive with one of those robes.
oh, I know. And like in those chairs with the fireplace.
Yeah.
With like the
wingback chair.
Yeah. I can see him rocking those.
Oh, yeah. And like some type of like dark academia library.
With like loafers.
Oh, yeah. He'd just be sitting there. Actually, let's be totally honest. He thinks that he'd be reading, but he'd just be sleeping. But
he'd at least sit down and go, oh, I'm gonna.
Oh, yeah. Like he likes all that kind of stuff. I also feel like that's his way of like, he's cleaned the front room. He's arranged the blankets. He's made himself a little snacky snack. Our kid is either chilling, making a craft or like Lego or something. And like one of his ways is like putting that candle on, like filling it with like a different type of smell. He was obsessed with this matte nat candle that Eve got him. It smells so
like stay on vacation.
Oh my God. As soon as we got that candle warmer, it was perfect because the wick had already basically burnt out on it, but there's still a ton of wax left. And to me, it's like the most pleasant because it's not obnoxious. It's just this really nice smell. It is like, if you're right next to it though, it's obnoxious as fuck. And another thing that's a common like reward thing is my husband will like save up all his reward stuff. He travels a lot for work and has to like go different places. So he has like literally a reward card or points for everything. And he'll wait to like save up points and then like either buy the gift cards and buy some Lego on Amazon, or he'll one of them he got like a brand new putter because he likes to golf. Like he likes to use those types of things, and then he'll be like so excited and motivated. And sometimes I'm like, dear God, why the fuck is there a $100 or $125 fucking Lego set? Oh, I got a card for the Lego site or whatever and bought the stuff. And I'm like, oh.
You're like, okay, sweet. You didn't spend that amount of money.
Where did you charge that?
I'm trying to find it. I find too, like, I feel like hoodies and stationery are probably mine. Like buying a new notebook for like a task, I'm definitely guilty of as I'm surrounded by all of the notebooks. Mm-hmm. I also find that like cups, like mugs, are like, oh, it's new fall season. I want a new mug. I'm like it's not a bad thing. Like no. I find that I'd rather do that of like having a treat. I hate eating in restaurants. It makes me extremely uncomfortable. And I also get the ick extremely quickly. And I know it's my problem. It's no one's threatening me. Sometimes people eat something and like I will hear a certain like sound and my whole body is just like, okay, you're done.
Oh, that's like me. I have this thing with bones. So if anything that's bone or feels like it's a bone when I'm eating and it's supposed to be bone was in my mouth, oh, I even want to gag right now thinking about it. I will literally lose all. It could have been the best thing I was eating and I never want to touch it again.
And so like for me, the purchase of like, oh, I'm going to buy this. So for instance, Sarah and I during our business meeting, Insight, we were talking about like social media, how to improve our social media, how to build more people and stuff. And I was like, man, like we did the photo shoot for our next season.
Yeah. /
I think you're probably already starting to use them, which is totally.
I used them the last 2 times, yes.
And she pulled out this sweater and I put it on because like when in doubt, Sarah brings clothes. She brings sweaters.
We were the same fucking size.
So we just like flip-flop based off of the and stuff. And I put on this sweater and I was like, man, this is such a like hoodie. Like I love this hoodie.
Yeah.
And it's from a brand that, you know, if I can find a hoodie similar to that and I combine in multiple colors, it would be significantly cheaper than this sweater.
I think they got rid of the collection too.
Oh. And that's no hate to the brand. I can't justify spending over $100 on a sweater.
Which I didn't. I was very lucky to get a mystery pack for them.
Which is great.
I'm just honestly looking to see if they have them.
And it's lovely. And like,
did they bring them back? They also completely redid their website, fun fact.
Oh, and so I was like, oh, I really want this. And so we were talking about like doing different things. And I was like, oh, well, I need to buy more blank sweaters. And then, so I went on Old Navy. I had at that point a ridiculous amount of TELUS reward points.
Oh, yeah.
Because I constantly forgot about them. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to use a gift card that I can get on there and buy Old Navy sweaters. So granted, it's something functional for the business, but also I got new sweaters.
Yeah.
And it's so comfortable. And it's like great because I'm like, oh, these sweaters, put them away, get rid of the ones that like, you know, you can't get the damp smell out of them.
Or like those mystery like oil stains that you've tried everything and you can't get them out of. Or when you've bought like a cute sweater that has something fun on it and the quality ends up being like cheaper than anticipated, and you get like the pill that goes all the way up like the edge of the seam and under the armpits, and even if you've shaved it a million times, it still just has that like plastic feel.
Well, also, I'm going to slightly call them out. Blue Notes used to be fabulous when they were mainly Aeropostale, and I got a sweater from them, and it was that like shiny material.
I called that the crunchy fabric.
And I was like, oh. And so I was frustrated because I was like, oh, I love this brand. So then you go and try to find other brands that are like similar to it. And it is hard. It's hard to find like specific colors because, you know, brands constantly change the colors based off the season. But,
or whatever the it color is.
Yeah. It's very much like, oh, well, I'm going to do, like, I've done all this hard work for this. I'm just going to give myself a little reward.
Sometimes I don't even need to like buy myself something. Sometimes it's like the beginning of a season.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll take, because I have some like themed mugs or whatever. Like I don't really lean that much into fall. I lean more into like Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, okay, I'm going through my stuff. Okay, let's only have like this many mugs out, so that way we're good. Okay, I'm going to take out my Halloween mugs, and I'll have the Halloween mugs out, and I'll put the other ones away in the cupboard. Like, I don't have a lot of room, but I only had 3 people in my family, so I'm taking out like 3 mugs. Then at Christmas, I take out 3 mugs. I used to take out, I know, Eve has a lot more. She has winter and Christmas.
They're different.
I know they're different.
I also have Easter and spring.
Yeah.
I don't have summer ones. I just use generic ones for summer.
For summertime, I bought that checkered set from the Dollarama of all the different colors of them.
Oh, yeah.
I used that because I realized that our aunt gave me these really awesome, tall, polka dot, like bright colored mugs that were at Costco because I wanted them so bad. And like 3 years later, they came back in and she bought them for me for my birthday. And I love them. But I am so weird. Like, my husband will fill it full of coffee, and I get halfway through, and then it's just like I forget that my coffee exists. And I just can't drink all of it. But you fill that thing full of, like, water, meal, and some ice, and I'm good. I don't know why. I get, like, an extra, like, dopamine hit if I'm making a drink in something. It doesn't even have to be, like, my cup.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be like, oh, I did a bunch of shit in my house, and I went upstairs and I got my giant mason jar, which like we've always been mason jar kids. They're the multifunctional tool of the world.
I give it to our aunt. Our aunt has used mason jars, introduced me to mason jars with like handles.
Yeah.
Forever. I used to drink too much coffee out of like the extra large ones, and I would just I don't know. I didn't make strawberry lemonade this year.
No, you didn't. I was going to say, this is really funny. Segue to, I'm going to make myself a special drink because I did a bunch of work like downstairs, and I'd been really working on like purging and getting rid of a lot of stuff in my house that wasn't needed, things that I kept justifying space for and all the other stuff. I went upstairs and I was like, oh, I'm going to mix my Mio strawberry package, and I'm going to take one of those real lemon things that mix it in and make myself strawberry lemonade. This is going to be delicious. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to elevate this. I never use this fucking thing. And I used the Soda Stream and a fizzy water. And I poured it in. Oh my, I was sitting there. My husband's like, you look so excited right now. And I've got like a nugget ice machine. I got like this cheaper one that they had at Costco. And it's the fucking best thing ever. And like, I made the whole thing. And I'm sitting there just so excited drinking this. It was so fucking good. Like it's not like I need to buy something. Sometimes I just need like a little change in routine or like oh, high five. Here you go.
My like number one dopamine hit in this room is, so we have 2 tables as a setup. It kind of makes an L for the podcast table, and then I have my desk with my computer on it. Usually once every 6 months, I switch between the desks, and to me, it is like a brand new world.
Well, and that's the whole thing, is it's a brand new world, or even just getting. Well, I know I'm about to go back to something that you're like purchasing. We do purchase from like low cost sites, but even like swapping out your desk pad, if you have a desk pad, or swapping out like the mini decor that's on your desk.
Or the keyboard.
Oh, there's a lot of people who swap keyboards, which unless you find, our keyboards are quite affordable. Like they're on Amazon and they're under $40.
Mm-hmm. They used to be.
Oh yeah, no, they're more. But we have those like colorful ones, and then changing them out or changing like your little like elbow pad or whatever. I don't know why. It just brings like a fresh new life to something. Just like how we always talk about, our mom really likes getting those like cheap calendars from the Dollar Tree or the dollar store, but they're not cheap in like the quality, like the cute like pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then she found those frames at, I think it was the Dollarama.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they perfectly fit them. And then you can change them per season, and it just kind of like refreshes the space, but also you can keep all the pictures in the frame. So it's not like you have to store more things.
I think also it's like, say, if you were like cleaning a whole new room and you were like, oh, my couch doesn't match. I love a little couch cover. I know they make them now that you can buy couches that you can like buy all the individual cushions. You know, back in the day, we just threw a blanket over it and called it couch cover.
I still do that. I actually almost every year grab this king size duvet cover that I have that's like a black and white plaid. I think it would be like a black and white like buffalo plaid, but it's not red. It's the same kind of like extra blocky versus like fine. And I put it over top of my white couch and tuck it all in and stake it down. Sometimes my kid has this staff. It's this Leonardo staff. If she's not playing with it, I'll use it, like stick it down behind the cushions. But I remember watching Martha Stewart when I was a kid growing up, and she was talking about different ways to revitalize spaces, like even on a budget, which I know this lady has like a tons of money. A tons of money.
A tons of money.
She has like a ton of money and stuff, but that was one of the things that she showed. And there's a couple other people who were like, yeah, if you get the skinny pool noodles, like there's all different ways to like revamp it. I love doing that.
I feel like that era of like DIY and stuff is kind of fizzled out. And now people are just like buying more shit.
Oh, people 100% buy more stuff. I think because we have like a whole episode plan to talk about this, but the life cycle of a trend or a new item and the accessibility of those items is so much easier now.
Like water bottles and stuff like that. I feel like productivity, because of how set up like people's lives were, it used to be like, this is a part of your life. Oh, it like your reward was like having a clean house. Like it was never like, oh, well, you're having a clean house. I'm doing this to have a clean house because a clean house makes me feel better. It's not like, oh, well, I want a clean house, but I'm tired and like I don't want to. But then if I have a sweet treat at the end, then I feel better.
Which is like, it depends on how your brain works. Because like, it is proven that folks with ADHD need additional motivation through certain things. Yeah. And then other times we don't need any of that extra stuff, and we almost have to like catch ourselves or demotivate ourselves so we don't completely burn ourselves out.
I think the other thing too is like, you would think of like, oh, I'm doing this for other people. And I think now, like if I was cleaning my room, I don't share my room with anyone. So if I'm like, oh, I'm tired of cleaning my room, but I could clean like the living room easily because it's a shared space. I need to vacuum each house. But I feel like that, like the reward system is great because you're like, oh, well, I'm going to go do this. But I feel like a lot of people will like delay doing the task if they have it early.
Or they'll only do the task if they have new things to put in it versus like celebrating the old things that you already have.
Yeah. Like,
or getting rid of the things that like, it sounds cheesy, but like the typical thing of getting rid of stuff that no longer serves you and then bringing forward or only having the stuff that you feel that you need. Like when we go through, when you go through your makeup, and my friend Selena calls it poor person syndrome. But like when you're going through your makeup and you love something so much and you know how it works, and you know that she's also a super sensitive skin person like Eve. So she loved this like purple eyeshadow. And I was like, when the fuck did you buy that? And she's like, I can't remember. And I was like, was your child alive? He's like, no. I'm like, was your child even in your stomach? She's like, no. I'm like, dude, that's really fucking like, no wonder your eyes are kind of itchy when you get ready. Like, that's not okay. And she's like, okay. And then we went out like looking for other versions of that. I'm like, hey, take a picture of like what it looks like. We'll find you another one. But sometimes there's that like fear of getting rid of stuff. And instead of that, like maybe you could look at, okay, well, I'll go get myself something new. It doesn't have to be something from Sephora in this example. Like you could just get something as easy from like Wet n Wild. But just being able to like, she wasn't using, she had this giant fucking drawer of makeup and this girl wears the same shit every day.
I think it's also like a maintenance thing. Like if you bought a new thing, then you go through the drawer because you're like, oh, it's overfilled. I should go through this drawer.
Yeah.
But I feel like people are not used to that rotational aspect of like, oh, it's seasonal. I need to switch out my clothes.
Yeah.
Or like, I'll only go through my clothes at that point.
Which is funny because I've had several people, I'm not going to say who they are, but I'm not pointing at Eve, by the way.
How was it?
I was like, I'm not pointing at Eve, by the way. But I'll have folks who will be like, oh, what do you mean you're taking your clothes out? I'm like, oh, I have like a cycle of my clothes and I take them out all the time. And they're like, oh, I would never do that, blah, 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 blah. And then I go into their closets and these bitches' closets are like fucking huge, or they're wondering why it's like so hard to find stuff. And they're like, I get frustrated every day. I can't find the stuff that I want to wear. And I'm like, because you have everything out for every fucking season. It's in the way. Like there's so many obstacles right there. And they're like, yeah, but I want to make sure I'm using all my stuff. I'm like, but you're not going to wear shorts when it's naked 40 outside.
I usually keep like one pair of shorts out, but I think
I keep like biker shorts out because when you live with other people and they decide to up the temperature in the house, or if you're like doing a bunch of shit and then all of a sudden the furnace turns on and you're hot as fuck sweating your ass off in the house, like that's different. But like clearly I'm putting pants on before I leave the house.
Clearly I have to put pants on to leave. I think it's interesting because like so many people think like reward systems are different. So like we consider it like it could be a very low cost thing. Like a pack of marshmallows is maybe $2.
Yeah.
Some people are like, oh, I'm gonna buy a $15,000 designer bag. Could not be me. But
I think I'd barf. Like when I get $15,000, I'm thinking like a small vehicle. I'm thinking like a trailer, which I know other people are like, that's unrealistic. I'm thinking of like something like within that budget. I'm thinking like a fucking small like boat.
I have a panic attack when my Costco bill is over $300.
Oh, I have a panic attack, once every 10 years when I buy a new Mac. I know in the long run that it's going to last me a long time. And I'm looking everywhere and justifying that purchase a million times over. But it still hurt.
But like to me, I know there's also like, I saw this thing. It was like, well, growing up, if you would like do something and you reward us food, then you can have unhealthy habits with food. I'm sorry. I will enjoy my marshmallow in peace. I will enjoy my cheeseburger that I might just want to have because I had a bad day.
I literally look at it as when I was a kid, I had a chore chart. I would fill out the chore chart and you'd either get money or a fun treat for doing it. I'm just continuing that pattern into being an adult.
I just want a fun treat. I will say though, my psychological issues with strawberry sundaes from Dairy Queen.
Oh, yeah.
But that needs exposure therapy. But it's like certain things like in my brain, if I went to Dairy Queen and I was like gonna get a blizzards are like $7 to $10.
They're so fucking expensive. Now, I used to work at Dairy Queen. They were never that expensive.
And you know what I do now? Oh, I want a blizzard. Well, the family wants blizzard. Okay, so they're $7 to $10 each, which is $30 for 3 blizzards. You know what I can buy instead? An entire Dairy Queen ice cream cake. And you know what? I had one date that, like, I think I've talked about on the podcast, that I went to a Dairy Queen. I went to go buy a cake because I had, like, 10 out of 10 worst day I've ever had on the face of the planet. I went to go buy one. The key broke in the lock to open the freezer machine. The guy looked at me and said, "Oh, was this for a birthday?" And I had to stand there and go, "No, sir, I'm just depressed and want an ice cream cake." And then the owner had to drive and unlock it. And then at that point, like, he literally called the store and was like, "Just make this one a new cake." And I had a beautiful blue cake. It was like $30. But it lasted so long. And you know what? That rest of the week, I could come home and have a little slice and cake.
I was like, fun fact, if you do not have the freezer room for that, and it's still a significantly cheaper option, if you buy the 1 liter ice cream that you can get, which a lot of people don't know about, you can get that in, you do that, and then you can either buy the toppings at Dairy Queen if you want, like if you want your very specific cold fudge or whatever, or you can go buy candy from the fucking dollar store, and it's cheaper. It's 1 tablespoon less than a jumbo-sized Blizzard in Canada. I'll be very specific because the sizes are very different.
But it's so great. So, like, enjoy your sweet treat or your salty treat or your new hoodie or your new makeup palette.
Yeah. Or your Coca-Cola that you have with today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love my Coca-Cola.
It's okay to treat yourself. It doesn't have to be extreme, and little treats are just as special.
And on that note, stay warped and twisted as ever. Peace.